My name is Juliet Ucelli, and I first met Kian, I guess, in the mid-'80s when he first came to New York. He had just graduated from the University of London, and he was working for a community organization in Brooklyn that developed low to moderate income housing. So we had in common that, sympathy for the underdog. We loved to talk about social theory. We loved opera, and we got to be fast friends and hang out a lot together. So sympathy for the underdog was something that's always been a part of who Kian is. And for example, in the 80s, of course, we saw the US supporting the Contras in Nicaragua and supporting the right-wing paramilitaries in El Salvador. Kian was very opposed to that. He was very aware and critical of the power of the US government and military and corporations to bully third world countries, and he very strongly opposed that. He also really was a person who was sympathetic to anyone who was kind of in a bottom position. I remember going with him to see the movie The Color Purple, and at the end of the movie, Kian burst into tears, and I said, "Why, what's wrong?" And he said, "Just thinking of what my mom went through, what most women go through in this patriarchal society, and just how messed up it is." So Kian has that interesting personality where he's very analytical but very emotional at the same time. Kian is a very inquiring person who he does not live well with any kind of orthodoxy. He's questioning everything. He's passionate and loves to argue about his views, but he's also always listening to what you say, and a flexible kind of person as well. He's also a very supportive friend. I think of it every time I look at my living room rug, because Kian carried my living room rug up 5 flights of stairs when I was living in the top floor of a tenement on St. Mark's Place, and he also helped me pick it out. I believe that the reason that he got his PhD in urban planning was also to deal with issues of how third world cities in today's global economy can achieve self-determination and popular democracy, and that's always been a big part of what his life is about. So I'm thinking back to the last time I saw Kian was last summer when he and his wife Bahar were in New York, and we went together to see the exhibit on slavery in New York, and we talked about that. Kian is a kind and wonderful person, and the thought that he would do any of the things that the Iranian government has accused him of, undermining the Iranian government on behalf of the US or any other entity, is just completely ludicrous. It's something that he would never do, and I only hope that he can come back as soon as possible to his family and his friends, and I'm thinking of him all the time.